Hey, what's up? I don't usually make these type of videos, but I was just walking home, got myself some Starbucks. It's Mother's Day Sunday morning. I'm posting the same day I record it, probably an hour right after I do. So it is Sunday, Mother's Day. Hope you guys are having a good day. Spend the time with your family, not watching my YouTube videos, bro. But if you are here right now, what's up? I hope you're doing all right. I'm gonna try and keep this to like minimal editing. I don't want to touch this a lot. This is kind of a personal idea and video I had walking back home this morning, just directed to someone who might not be doing the best at trading. Maybe got off to a good start, kind of in a fumble right now. Maybe you just never even got to see the good side of it, and you're here now. But I just think that it's so important to be able to talk about it and actually comprehend it, and it's so hard to do that. It's so hard to come out and just talk to other people about it, because maybe your dignity or your self-confidence is going to be affected by it. People might judge you differently, and I struggled with that a lot in the beginning too. When I first started trading, I lost a lot of money. At the time, sophomore year of high school, I lost pretty much my entire net worth at the time, and I didn't tell anybody about it just because I was like worried. I was afraid that people would take it in a bad way. People would judge me because people don't know what it's like to start trading, get into trading, the mental side of it. There's emotions you'll never feel doing anything else but something like this. The amount of like ups and downs and roller coaster that you go through every single day, every single time you're in a trade, it's insane. And to talk about other people and tell other people about this stuff, they honestly will not understand. So if you can put this, the closest thing to that, you're talking to me right now, you're struggling with trading, you're not making money, it's super tough to fight through it and mentally prepare to continue to do this. And I know you probably have thought about giving up, and you thought about changing perspectives, flipping, career paths, whatever you want to do. This has been my destiny and my, I guess, passion ever since sophomore year of high school. I never wanted to work a job. I've had 2 jobs in my entire life, and they were both horrible. I hated it. I hate the fact that I would have to commit my time to someone else's success and just get pennies off the dollar. And this is the only career path that I really control everything. I have an unlimited ceiling. I can take this as far as I want to. And with that, obviously, is going to become some major obstacles, because why wouldn't anyone do this? Because if everyone did, they'd be all stupid rich. And there's a very small percentage of people that do get that far. But everybody I talk to, I have very deep connections. You can name a person I've probably talked to them or communicated to them in the trading space. And I'm sure you have questions to ask them, and I've probably asked or communicated with them about the same exact thing. So I'm pretty much your middleman to anybody you probably look up to or watch videos on or just desire to be. And I promise you, every single person in the same space has gone through the same struggles as me, same struggles as you, same problems as you. And it's concurrent. Everyone goes through it. You're not alone. That's the number one thing, is that when you have to keep it to yourself and kind of just swallow the pain like I did, and I'm sure a lot of people do, and maybe you do as well, it's so hard to just imagine other people going through this too, because it's holding you down so much, and it's a horrible feeling. And I know, trust me, I know it sucks. It sucks ass. You've tried so many things. You've traded different things. You've watched different videos. You've joined different discords. You've done everything you possibly can, and you're not getting there, and you want to give up. You might be at rock bottom right now. I ended up quitting trading for almost half a year when I first had to go through that really deep, dark part of my life. And it was good. I enjoyed it. It was nice to take a step back, and I actually got to kind of walk back into it at my own pace. It felt really good. I felt comfortable going back into it, and that was probably the best decision I made in my life. Don't ever feel like you just have to keep going in a concurrent movement. It's okay to step back for a while, but take a break. Like, you can't do this every single day. It's draining. It really is. I came into this game just like everybody else, just wanting to make a quick bag. You see these cool TikToks and on Instagram and stuff. You get this aspiration, you get this motivation. I want to be like this. I want to support my family. I want to support my friends. I want to be able to take this out of my direction. I want to be able to not work a job. I want to be able to live my life, get Lamborghinis, all that shit, that everybody dreams of when they first see this stuff. Internet money, oh my God. Spent my sophomore year working at a restaurant. I made about $5,000 in that time. Put it to the side, saved up some money to finally, take this step, take the risk. And one thing I really do back in the beginning of my life and early on, even now, we're young. We have to take risks so we don't get stuck in the future. What I mean by that is I need to play my life a little bit risky right now because I can afford to. Let's say I'm 30 years old and I have 2 kids and a wife. I can't take risks like this because I got bills to pay, I got people to feed, and I obviously have to manage my life. So right now, and being young, I don't have any problem with what I did, meaning I just went for it, but I do have a problem with what I did, technically. Ended up spending that first year of my life really getting into trading, internet money stuff, working, saving. Finally, I ended up taking that step. I did learn here and there a little bit, but I was not educated at all, to be honest, at the point where I should be using $5,000 to trade and full parting it. But I ended up putting it on all in Robinhood. The first trade I ever took, I remember BLDR, Builder's First Source. It is a industrial company. And I took that money, put it into that, full ported, made 40% on my first options trade ever. And you guys know I started with options. I ended up, being like, all right, this is easy, man. 40% in a day, man. Like, oh my gosh, I was super hype. I was flexing it, taking screenshots and stuff like we all do. And over the next week, I ended up losing my entire account, all of my money to my name. I had nothing left in I probably had like $200 in my bank account, nothing. And that put me in a really bad mental spot. I was keeping it to myself. I didn't tell anybody about it because I was so, I guess, I don't know, a man. Men, it's hard for men to, come out and say stuff like this because people are going to judge you. People are going to think, you're weird, you're an idiot and all that stuff. And honestly, not a lot of people will understand my perspective because they probably don't know about the stock market, and we're in high school. Everyone's probably going to clown me. Oh, that's that kid, like this stupid stuff. So I kept it to myself. I didn't tell anybody. I wore it on my shoulders, and it really messed with me for almost a year. I was really depressed. And when I say depressed, I wasn't like sad, but like it was a rain cloud over my head. Every time I get happy, it's like, damn, like, did I really just do that? Like, can I get that back? Let me get one more chance. And I ended up stepping away for 6 months to a year almost, just trying to make my money back and look more into it. Because the one thing I'm happy about, and I've said this before, was that I made 40% on my first trade ever. I saw the potential, and I hope you can too. You see the potential that you can make, and if you're good enough to stay consistent and obviously manage your risk, you see the potential in front of you. You see how much money you can create by literally clicking buttons on the internet. So what I did with that is I worked, I, just kept my head down, didn't even think about trading too much, got my money back, started to learn and develop probably 5-6 months after I quit, got super into it, learned as much as I could, just was a sponge, absorbed everything I could, got a strategy, got a discipline. I don't even know what that means, but got everything I possibly could to, jump back to it in a confident way. And I wasn't the best, but I was a lot more consistent, and I started to make a decent amount of money trading. And that's when it kind of really took off for me was, after taking that break, after being able to go through the ringer, really. And I'm not trying to compare our struggles. You've been through your own bad stuff. I've been through my own. But I'm telling you, within the trading space, there's not a feeling or an emotion that you felt that I have not. I've been through the ringer. You have to keep going. And what really put me forward was just thinking about the people that I need to support in my future. I want to make sure my mom's good. I want to make sure I can support my family, that if a girl ever likes me, that I'll end up having. This has never been about cars or jewelry or flexing on Instagram. It's never been about that. It's been about the outcome, the people that I can support, the people that believe in me, that even let me get into this in the beginning. You cannot stop doing this, and I'm not gonna let you. It's gonna be very tough. And I do believe, as cringy as the statement is, that God gives his toughest battles to his toughest warriors. This is probably gonna be the hardest thing that you will ever attempt to do. And it is for me as well. And it still is. It's very hard. And you have to control yourself to a very, very high percentage. It's the fact that every single day is a new day that you have to continue to hold yourself accountable over and over and over again. Even for me, now that I'm in a position where I'm very comfortable doing this, it's still a battle every single day, because you have to be in that 99th percentile to make sure that you can do this successfully, and obviously over a long period of time. People slip up after a couple days of winning. People slip up after a couple days of losing. It doesn't matter. You have to start over new every single day. It's a new slate for you, new P&L for you. You do not need to carry those emotions or struggles that you were dealing with past. Even if it's a winning day or you're happy or whatever, you need to start off the next day blank, zero. You need to just start now. You need to enjoy that fresh start. You need to be happy about that fresh start, because if not, and you're carrying those things with you, you're always going to let that slip into your mind, and you're going to mess up. I promise you. You have to think about the outcome here, and there's nothing or no struggle, no pain, no amount of money you could lose right now for the outcome and the success that you will have if you just stick with this. You have to keep going. You have to stay motivated, or else someone else is going to do it, and they're going to be living your dream while you're just stuck chasing a dead one, bro. It can't happen. You have to keep going. These outside factors affecting your everyday. No, I'm gonna stop vaping, bro. Just give me a couple of days. Nah, I'm gonna watch that video later. I'll get to it later. I'm busy right now. You have to just take action right now. Every single day is the day that you have to take action. If you do something every single day, you stop procrastinating and you focus on your end goal. Not only you're gonna get to this faster, but you're gonna be way more professional taking this forward. The reward and feeling I have now, looking back at it, I would go through more. I would go through more pain. I would go through more depression and mental health and all this stuff. I would let it affect me even more just for the outcome that I have now. And I ain't even really made it yet. I'm doing really well, but there's definitely another tier that I can take it to. But even where I'm at right now, everything was worth it. All that pain. You do not want to go through that to not see this side of the rainbow, bro. Like, you can't. It's gonna be super painful and it's gonna suck, and you might not be having the best of time right now, but I promise you it's gonna come back up. I promise. If you're struggling with a strategy, if your mental can't handle this, if you don't know what to do, when to take profit, when to close a position, when do I trade, what time do I trade, like, you have your own canvas. Don't take any exterior influence when you're taking your own trades. It's great to observe videos. It's great to listen to analysts. It's great to be in my VC trading live with me and hearing what I say. But you need to have your own canvas. That's the best thing about this. Everything is customizable. Anyone can be successful doing anything they want. Everything works. There's no good or bad thing when you're trading. If it works for you, it doesn't matter. Who cares what other people think? But you cannot let these exterior things or exterior motives affect your interior trading style and your interior mental. From a conviction standpoint and from a trading standpoint, do whatever you feel comfortable with best. And I'm not saying bad habits like, full porting and stuff. You need to take this in your own direction. You can do whatever you want with it at any time. Any time of the day you can trade, any style you want you can trade, any outcome you want, you can do it with that chart. You may have a bad trading day and go on Instagram and you see some boy flexing his gains and all this stuff. Congratulations to them. You cannot compare their day to yours. You've had bad days, so have they. You've had good days, so have they. You can't look at that and be like, damn, bro, everybody else is making money. Everybody else is getting payouts. Everybody else is doing this. Meanwhile, I'm not doing anything. Nobody's going to be able to relate to you, and no one's going to be able to tell you what to do and not to do. It's solely up to you and how bad you want this, how bad you want to see success doing this. What are you doing this for? Why are you doing it? It's all going to depend on your personal belief and your personal confidence to take this to that next level. And you need to change that right now, today, after watching this video. Monday is coming up. It's tomorrow. You have a whole new week, a whole new slate. You need to make sure that this week you are doing everything you possibly can to get yourself out of that gutter, because you are the only person that's going to be able to do that for you. No video, no Instagram reel, no person you talk to is going to be able to fix that for you. Your mind controls everything, and there's nothing that can circuit that. You have to change something right now today. So the one thing that you need to leave this video with is that everyone goes through that struggle. Everyone has this pain. Everybody's out watching this. However many views this has, just notice that all those people are going through the same thing you are, and that's totally okay. But just know you're not in this alone, but you need to make sure that you're standing out compared to all those other people watching this video. You need to make sure you take this to the next level, because no one else is going to do it for you. No one's going to hand it out. No one's going to walk you through this. You have to take advantage. You have to take action, all right? If I can do it, you can too. I love you, bro. Subscribe.